Hello everybody, welcome back for some more Melty Blood. Funny enough, I forgot that Seal actually had a DP. I was watching the recording back of me, you know, the last fight I just did, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. Let's do Akiha next. Let's just do basic Akiha next. And funny enough, I still find it funny, I forget her name, but the girl next to her, the one, like the classmate, she's playable in this fucking game, which I know, from what I've heard, she's like, technically more... she's more so a part of the sequel, more so, or more important there, I guess, or something like that. I don't remember. I haven't actually finished Seal's route. I know, I'm fucking far behind. Oh, that reminds me, we forgot about I think the maids have their own. They have their own route as well, I believe. You know what's funny is speaking of like games that have, you know, hentai in them. In all technicality, like, I forgot that I read Sayano Uta, which... No, I didn't forget... Okay, no, I didn't forget I read it. It was just more so, like... I remembered that she was a part of Nitro Plus Blasters, of all things, which technically means... Which I think Uwatare Mono, if I got that right, that's also, I believe, like a technical hentai visual novel as well. If I'm not mistaken, visual novels were usually made back then with... you know, pornographic stuff in order for them to sell better. Which is pretty nuts because, like, my favorite visual novel is completely missing of porn completely. And that's Umi Neko, if you want to say it appropriately. I just used to call it Umineko back then because I didn't understand Japanese back then, but, you know, whatever, you know, you call it, pronounce it or whatever. Same thing. But I've read quite a bit of visual novels. I haven't finished a lot of them, but, you know, I've read it quite a bit, and I've read ones that, you know, also have, like, gameplay focus behind them, too, such as, like, Deathmark, for example, or even, like, Danganronpa. Which I know, you know, my brother is very stingy and picky when it comes to that type of stuff. He's like, yeah, they're technically visual novels, but, like, at the same time, they're not, like, you know, those types of visual novels, so it doesn't really count. They're not, like, a full-on, regular, run-of-the-mill visual novel, so, yeah. Because he's talking about, like, the ones where, like, you just have to strictly read. Like, he reads Fate and Grisaya and what have you. So, you know, which he's right now, I guess, apparently rereading it anyway. Which is funny, because he had, like, a big ol', you know, Trails of mood. No, not Tales of, but Trails of. I know. He had, like, a big old Trails mood, and then, like, basically Falcom. And then he went to playing Ys. And it's just funny how he's just going back to reread, you know, an old visual... Well, no, I don't mean to say it's old as in, like, oh, it's old and boomerish. What I mean to say is, like, it's an older one that he read. Old for him, in terms of, like, he read it, like, a long time ago. That type of thing. Which also, I've done all the Zero Escapes, for those that are wondering as well. And I've done Somnium Files 1. I have yet to do 2 yet, which I know it kind of fucking sucks. I haven't done that yet, but... Did that not work? God damn it. It just pisses me off that the one time I land EX shield was on a fucking super when they're fighting Seal. I wish I had a quieter controller than this, but I'm sorry, I don't. Fucking Christ. Just to get some algorithm going, what do you guys think about throws in video games? As in, like, do you prefer throws where you have to press a forward and command button? Or a normal, like, say for example, like, King of Fighters, or even, Guilty Gear, where you have to do, like, forward medium, or forward heavy for Guilty Gear, you know, King of Fighters, like, forward medium, or whatever, or sometimes both medium and heavy, or do you prefer the ones where it's like, oh, I can press, like, 2 buttons, or I can just press a button? Essentially, you're pressing a button to grab, like, for this game, I have to press B and C together, and I get a grab, right? Do you prefer that? Because I've always been of the notion of preferring, like, the one button press type ones more so than having to do like a forward grab or something like that, or being like up close and whatever, because like sometimes I'm just trying to do like a combo, like say for example when it comes to a game like, hold on, trying to beat her ass here, a game like Street Fighter 2, you know, I'm trying to do like a combo or something, you know, and I do like forward medium just out of habit, and then all of a sudden, I end up getting a throw instead. Which is never really a bad thing. You do want to throw a lot when it comes to Street Fighter. That's always been like the thing with me in Street Fighter. It's like, I remember watching tournaments. I remember playing online for like Street Fighter 4 and stuff, and just getting thrown all the fucking time. But it happens, you know. And it just became like throw of the game. Even for like Street Fighter 6, same thing. Like I started adopting that, and I'm like, I'll just start throwing as well here. But anyway, that's it for this. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next time for some more Melty Blood, and of course, as always, take care, everybody.